I left my loyal husband for an affair, and now I'm the one who got hurt. The rain fell in steady sheets outside, blurring the glow of the streetlights. I sat in the car, gripping the steering wheel, staring at the unfamiliar house. The light in the window flickered, shadows moving inside. My heart raced, my stomach churned. This is where it all began, I thought bitterly, my mind reeling back to the moment I let everything spiral out of control. 6 months ago, my life looked perfect on the outside. I was married to Liam, a man most women would envy. He was kind, patient, and utterly devoted to me. We had been together for 12 years, building a life of quiet stability. But somewhere along the way, I began to feel restless. Do you ever think we've just settled? I asked Liam one night as we sat on the couch, the TV flickering in the background. He looked at me, his brow furrowing. Settled? What do you mean? I don't know, I said, shrugging. It's like we've fallen into a routine, and that's it. There's no spark anymore. Liam reached for my hand, his touch warm and reassuring. Nora, relationships evolve. It doesn't mean the love isn't there. It's just different. But different wasn't enough for me. I wanted excitement, passion, the kind of love that made my heart race, not just beat steadily. That's when I met Adrian. He was a new hire at the marketing firm where I worked, all confidence and charm, with a devilish smile that could make you forget your own name. He had a way of making you feel like the most interesting person in the room, and I was no exception. So, Nora, he said one afternoon as we worked late on a campaign pitch. What does someone like you do for fun? I laughed, caught off guard. What's that supposed to mean? You seem like you've got layers, he said, his eyes locking with mine. Like there's a wild side under all that poise. His words sparked something in me, a part of myself I hadn't felt in years. The affair started innocently, or so I told myself. Drinks after work turned into lingering touches, stolen moments in the office, and eventually, nights in hotel rooms where the world outside ceased to exist. Adrian made me feel alive, like I was someone new and exciting, not just Liam's wife. You deserve this, Adrian whispered one night, his lips brushing against my ear. You deserve to be happy. I believed him. Or maybe I just wanted to. Liam started to notice the changes. You've been working late a lot, he said one evening as I rushed out the door. Big project, I said quickly, avoiding his gaze. You've had a lot of big projects lately, he said, his voice tinged with suspicion. Nora, is everything okay? Of course, I said, forcing a smile. You worry too much. But he wasn't wrong to worry. Adrian and I carried on in secret for months, and I convinced myself it was harmless. But deep down, I knew better. The guilt gnawed at me, even as I ignored the signs that Adrian wasn't who I thought he was. One night, as I lay in bed next to Liam, my phone buzzed with a message from Adrian. Wish you were here. I glanced at Liam, asleep beside me, and for a moment, I considered deleting the message and ending it all. But I didn't. Instead, I slipped out of bed and called Adrian. I can't keep doing this, I said, my voice trembling. You're overthinking, he said smoothly. You deserve to be happy, Nora. And we're good together. You know it. His words were like a drug, soothing and dangerous. And once again, I gave in. The night I told Liam I was leaving him is a blur of tears and raised voices. Why? He demanded, his face a mixture of pain and disbelief. What did I do wrong? It's not about you, I said, tears streaming down my face. It's about me. I need more than this. More than what? He shouted. More than loyalty. More than someone who loves you unconditionally. I couldn't answer. At first, being with Adrian felt like a dream come true. We moved in together, and for a while, everything was perfect. But cracks began to show sooner than I expected. You're late again, I said one evening as he walked through the door, reeking of whiskey. Work ran over, he said dismissively, tossing his jacket onto the couch. That's what you said last week, I snapped. And the week before that. What's your problem? He shot back, his tone sharp. You didn't seem to care about late nights when it was me waiting for you. The sting of his words left me speechless. Over time, Adrian's charm began to feel hollow. The attention he once lavished on me was now reserved for his phone or his friends. I started to notice his flaws, his selfishness, his tendency to deflect blame, his inability to take responsibility for anything. You're being dramatic, he said one night when I confronted him about a missed dinner. I left my husband for you, I said, my voice shaking. The least you could do is show up. Maybe you should have thought about that before you did it, he replied coldly. It was in the quiet moments of loneliness that I began to realize the depth of my mistake. The excitement Adrian had offered was fleeting, a shallow imitation of the stability and love I had thrown away. I found myself thinking about Liam, his steady presence, his unwavering support, the way he always put me first. I had traded loyalty for passion, and now I was left with neither. One evening, after another fight with Adrian, I found myself driving past my old house. The porch light was on, and through the window, I saw Liam sitting at the kitchen table, laughing with a friend. My heart ached at the sight of him. For the first time in months, he looked happy. Happier without me. Weeks later, Adrian and I ended things. He didn't fight me on it, and I didn't expect him to. He had already moved on in every way that mattered. Now, I sit alone in a small apartment, the silence a constant reminder of everything I've lost. I left my loyal husband for an affair, and in the end, I'm the one who got hurt. I thought freedom would make me happy, but all it's brought me is regret. And as I look back on the choices I made, I can only wonder if I'll ever forgive myself for walking away from the one person who truly loved me.